What's up, guys? Welcome back to PaverTurf. Today we're going to talk about installation. We're going to show how easy it is to install a PaverTurf job and why we are superior to the rest of the market. We're going to look at two different jobs. We're going to look at a custom job and we're going to look at a modular kit job. I'm going to show you a little bit of the differences between the two. So let's jump into it. We're first going to look at the custom job, which you can find on our website. It's the first video on our website if you go to our website at www.paverturf.com. Here we go. They're both going to come in that. You're going to get a cardboard box. It's going to have your custom underlayment on it. That is your landscape fabric with your custom job printed onto it. You're going to see why the custom job printing onto it helps out a lot, especially in the measurements here very soon. So you're going to spread it out and you're going to cut the edges. You're going to trim the edges, right? Spread it out real good. Now you're going to see him nail it down in this video. You also can wet it. We do that in the modular kit video. It really just depends on how windy of a day it is, right? Now I would have wet this one because he's trapped inside of four corners. You're going to see, we're going to talk about that. But really what you're doing is you're just trying to keep it down so the wind doesn't blow it away. And a lot of times water is sufficient for that because it's going to soak the water up and it's going to make it heavier. He's going to blow it off. All he's doing, you can see there's pebbles around it. A lot of times you have pea gravel, you have mulch, you have those kind of things. You want to get it very clean because as you start to apply your pavers, you don't want there to be something underneath it between the paver and the underlayment, which is causing it to be wobbly. So he's tamping it. What he's doing is with his base, if there's any kind of an unlevel area, by tamping it with a rubber hammer on top of the paver, you can do that. You also can pull the paver back and use a tamp, which you're going to see in the modular video, which we talk about. But right here, you can see how beautiful the custom underlayment is and how you can see how he is laying his pavers out according to the underlayment. He's not having to do any measurement, right? He's just picking his paver up out of the back of a truck and coming and putting it where it's supposed to be, like a puzzle on the underlayment. Making his cuts, if you have cuts. Okay, on the outer part right there, you can see how we have a printed picture which shows you how, when you lay it out, where it needs to be laid, okay? So here's the biggest difference between a modular kit and a custom job. You can see he's getting it in a roll, right? You're going to get it in a roll when it comes with a custom kit most of the time, right? As it's a bigger job, you're going to get that in a roll, right? Instead of in a kit box modular kit, okay? Also, you can see what we've done here is it is water jet cut, but there's little 1/2-inch tabs holding the turf in. That allows us to roll it up better. It also allows the turf to be protected as it is being shipped to you, all right? Also, we ship it a little diagram to go along with it. That way the customer can look at it and know which way it's going to be laid down. It's cutting the tabs out. Then you end up with this, right? All the tabs have been cut out. Here we are. Now we take this, we take it over to our project, we stretch it out, and it falls into the gaps. So what he's doing there, you're saying, hey, I thought you water jet cut it. Why am I cutting it, right? Well, what he's doing there is because he's boxed in on all four sides, right? This is like a patio when you walk into a gate, right? You're going to see it at the end of the video. So he's boxed in, right? So he, most likely because he was boxed in, he left a little extra on all four ends, because the worst thing you could do in that scenario is measure short, right? So he probably left 2 to 3 inches on both ends, and he's just trimming it off to make sure that he has a nice tight fit when it comes to his product, so it looks very aesthetically beautiful. He's also coming in, and if he's having two pieces he's having to put together, he's taking the tape and he's using that to be able to put the two pieces of turf together. You're going to do that with modular kits as well. You'll see us do this in the videos. Now he's going through and he's going to nail it all down, right? Once you get it all nailed down, you'll be ready for the infill. So you're going to take that infill and you're going to brush it in. And you might go, well, how do I nail it down? Like, what is the nail pattern? We're going to make a nail pattern video to show you the nail pattern that we use to be able to nail down PaverTurf in the near future. Now, what the infill is going to do is it's going to do two things, right? It's going to make the turf heavier, but it's also going to help the turf stand up, right? It's going to be laid over just a little bit. So when I put that infill in it and I'm brushing it in, I'm brushing against the fibers. So I'm brushing the fibers up, and the infill is now filling up the turf so that it keeps those fibers pointing vertical. There it is. That's a beautiful job. All right, so that's a custom job. Now let's jump over to a modular job and let's see how that looks a little bit different. So here's your paver cut turf grid, right? It comes in multiple sizes available, and it comes in a box like this. This we did for another company, so we can print anything on our custom underlayment. This was done for a different company. That's why it doesn't say PaverTurf on it. But you can see he felt like he needed 2 custom grid kits to be able to lay out on the OD inside of this greenhouse, right? So he went in, he measured his OD, he came into the store, he looked at how many boxes he needed. He bought the boxes, he comes out, and now he's laying it out for his job. And he knows that he can piece these together like a puzzle in some way to be able to finish his job. He got his base down very nice and smooth. You can see the fines on top. Base is going to be 2 inches of 57 rock, another 2 inches of fines. Again, we'll have a video just on base to be able to help you guys out. So that's what he's going to see when he opens his box. He's going to have his custom underlayment that fits that modular kit and the pre-cut turf underneath it. The guys on this video are not for hire. I know they look incredibly good looking and you might be wanting to hire them. They're not for hire. They have other things they have to be doing. So you can see right here what he's doing is now he's cutting the underlayment to where he can fix it however he wants to be able to finish his job, or to be able to put together the grid that he wants, right? The outcome that he wants. Moving it around. They lay over each other really nice. Now here, he's taken 2 kits and he's put them together from a custom underlayment. Now what he's going to do is he's going to water them down. That puts the weight to it so it doesn't move around. Now they're going to put their pavers down, right? We're just applying the pavers. I kind of like this music better than the last one. All right, this one's, I got a good beat here. This may be more white man music. You know, I don't know. I like it though. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, tamping it this way. I like doing it this way better than with a hammer. Number one, you're not gonna damage the paver. I don't think the other way would damage the paver, but this way is really gonna get more aggressive with it, and you're gonna flatten it out better, and it's gonna be a lot faster process. It's gonna be neatly folded, as neatly as it can be folded, like that in the box. Unfold it, walk it in. Here we go. Now, just as they trimmed the underlayment, they have to also trim the turf to fit the same pattern that they were trying to create with the underlayment. Nail it in, infill it, brushing in, brushing against the fibers, making them stand up really nice and beautiful. Job complete. I really love this job. This is a friend of ours. He has an Airbnb complex, but this was really brought a lot of life and beauty to the greenhouse that they had. Man, it turned out really beautiful. And that's it. That's two different types of jobs, our custom versus our modular kit. And that's what the install would look like. Both of those installs speed up the entire process immensely. You're probably looking at 50 to 60%. So I hope this helped. We got a lot of videos coming in the future. I'll see you in the next video.